Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca, the creator behind EY Becca. Honestly, ignore all that because I just finished having a market, and as I was on my way home, I figured it was the perfect opportunity to one, stop in at Home Depot because I am planning on making an outdoor hanging sign to magnetize onto my tent. I know I have the fabric banners, and the fabric banners are great. I am still going to use those, don't get me wrong, but I thought as people are kind of like walking down the aisle, if you will, I don't know, in between the booths, that they could easily see, oh, that's that, they sell this, perfect. So that is something I was thinking I could definitely DIY. I did look up to see how much it would be to get someone else to make it, and it's like $160. Like, I'm in Canada too, so like that's hefty. So I figured today would be the perfect opportunity to DIY it. I have already figured out everything that I needed to, one, purchase to do everything. So I did already start to purchase everything. I need to run in for a couple things here in Home Depot. So let's go in, let's grab whatever I need, and let's stick to the list. I will probably have to come back later in the week as well to get stuff for either sand or cement blocks, one of the two, so I can use it on my tent because I need tent weights for sure. But yeah, the main reason why I'm also making this magnetic sign is, one, so people can obviously see me further away, and it's a cute little easy DIY. And honestly, I do like to DIY a lot of things. Like, that is in my nature. I am very well equipped in the woodworking industry. I have made, and I'll insert pictures, don't you worry, because I have flipped furniture, I paint, I was in like the visual arts program, I know how to draw, I know how to punch needle. I also have made like a love seat as well for outdoors, so I did make that, and so like I'm like well equipped in all this knowledge. But yeah, let's go in. Came down here to tie my shoe because, one, it was untied. Besides the point, I was just about to look up L brackets, and then I literally looked up, and I'm like, oh, there they are, literally right there in front of my face. Perfect. I don't know if I want to get those ones or a different one. Oh wait, no, they got these ones too, so I might get one of these ones. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know which size to be getting. These are the two that I'm currently deciding. We are slowly getting over our fear of filming in public even more because literally back in September, you'd never catch me doing this. Here we are. I'm like, camera out, microphone on. I'm like, do not care. No cares in the world. I think it's probably better to do these ones, a slightly bigger size. Even though they're a little bit more, but that's okay. That's okay. And for the L bracket, did I want to do a 6-inch, or did I want it? Oh, they only have 4-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and then for like the style L bracket. I do have screws at home. I probably should go bigger. It's probably better to do bigger because this is the 6-inch. They still have the same amount of screw holes. We'll do the bigger one. The bigger one's probably better. And then what else? Yeah, I also need the wood piece. So let's go over to lumber. Also, now looking unrelated to the project, but I'm looking at bungee cords and ratchet straps for my setup for this weekend. I don't know. I just needed a couple. No, these are all 2x4s and 2x6s, nothing that we need. Like, I already passed the aisle that I need, to be honest with you. That's okay, we're just getting more steps today. I'm also taking you on an adventure too. Here we go. So they got those packs here, but then they also have, sorry, you can't even see, sorry. Then they have all of these ones over here. This is Home Depot. So I am thinking, put you down. So, oh, this is oak. I don't want oak. Oak is expensive. Oak is costly. Doesn't even want to come out. I need like this. But I'm gonna have to do a little walking around to see what else is there. I am going to have to go and ask because I need a 2x2 and I'm not paying $16 for oak. Thank you. Right here. I'm just blind as a bat. Let's not lie to you. I do want to make sure I am getting a good piece, one that is not warped. This is what I always hated about coming to Home Depot. Just having to sift through all the different woods. I'll set you down so you can actually see what I'm trying to do. That one's not. Oh, never mind. Sometimes you gotta go through the stack until you find a good one. And a lot of times the ones up here are not the greatest. Same with the ones up there. People just throw them back. Sorry if it's like loud here and there as I'm doing this. I should look at it though. Oh, it looks good. I do have to cut this myself. Show you the floor of sand. Oh, this blade is messed up. That one is messed up. Yeah, the blade is just like really, really messed up on this one.
Which one did you want? It's just a straight cut.
Yeah, I was just gonna cut it about there. I don't know how to work this. I'm just here. I was gonna do it about, it needs to be about 13 inches, so it's about here.
Okay. You have the tape?
No, I don't. Leave your...
Okay. So you want 13 inches?
Yes. Oh, that's where you cut it?
Yeah, it just easier down.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I'm new here.
No worries. So this is less than 13.
Yeah, so I just needed about 13 and a half. Like I'm making a wood hanging sign for like when I do markets and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I just need more to do because I'm pretty much making an L. I'm using the L bracket, so I just need 2 pieces.
Okay. 2 pieces of 13.
Well, I need one to be a little bit longer.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
So that one's okay?
Yeah, that is perfect. Is it possible for you just to cut one more piece?
Mm-hmm.
I just need it. Let's see the tape here. So I want this to be at least 20. Maybe 26. Yeah.
26 inches?
Yeah. That would be great. So I want to make sure this part has more support on it. That should work. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness. You are a saint. Thank you so much.
No worries. Did you want this one as well?
Yeah, I'll take it. Might as well. It will get used at some point or another. Yeah, there's that one down there, but I don't know how you can reach down without getting covered. I literally just asked him if he had a measuring tape because they didn't have one there at the station, which was fine. But I literally asked the only man walking down the aisle if he had a measuring tape. Lo and behold, he did. I'm like, that was perfect. I'm like, I knew one of the guys here, one of the mans would have one. And he cut the wood for me. So now I have like limited hands. I'm gonna go cash out. I'll talk to you in a minute. Also, he went to grab my camera to go pull up one of the freaking saws was trapped below. So that was funny. I'm like, oh no, here, no. So I think I'm gonna grab this one, and then maybe this one. We also have these ones here. They are a little bit more, obviously, because these ones are made out of particle board, and these are, I believe they're pine or something like that. I'm not too sure, but they do have a few different sizes from 12 inch, that's another 12 inch, and then 15 and 15. But then they also have a few different ones like this. It has like this, which I might switch out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch this one out for this one. Yeah, I'm going to get these two, but I did want to quickly look at the letters. Sorry, I'm filming on my phone. I didn't bring my camera, and I'm also in Michael's too. They have all of these letters here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get like some of these or just use my Cricut. I think I'm probably gonna use my Cricut because it will definitely add up, and I don't think they have all of the letters I need. Last time I came to try to see if they had all the letters, they didn't. I just want to see. I'm honestly just playing around with different ideas. Yeah, like it literally just fit, and I'd have to like squish the letters unless I go up a size on this and get one of the other ones down over here, which I don't know. This is like the hard thing because I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, this is cute. I would just have to, that looks, like after walking away and coming back, that looks so cute. And obviously I would change the color. I would repaint them to be like pink or white or whatever. Now that I'm also thinking about it, I was gonna make the sign double-sided. So, and I know for a fact they do not have enough letters to do this on the other side. I'm going to sand down each of the pieces, and what I am going to use is my electric sander, which I should wipe off because it is absolutely somehow covered in stain, like wood stain. Don't know how that happened. But before I sand everything off, I'm gonna make sure to remove all the stickers and any pieces of like staples. Oh, this label is, I was hoping it was gonna peel nicely. And the first corner I pick, no, it just starts peeling immediately and like ripping and tearing, and that was brutal, but I did that after literally like 10 minutes. But now I have this little hook on the back, and Normally I would leave that. Because I am going to be painting both sides, I do want to remove the staples here. This is the tool that I am going to use. It's pretty much just a staple remover, and I've had this for years. I've done like so many different hobbies, so that's why I have like a little toolbox full of different tools and stuff like that. But I also I flipped furniture and made other signs in the past, so that's why I have the most absurd things. And all I'm going to do is kind of just put one of these sides under the staple to pull it out. I also need to do the exact same thing with the tag here. If you don't have this tool or you don't want to go out and purchase it, you can also just use pliers or even a flathead screwdriver. So the options are limitless for sure for these. Oh, wait, come back. I can't get these out. So now I am going to use my sander. It is just, you can use, like, if you don't have an electric sander, you can just sand these by hand. I'm just trying to like mainly smooth them up a little bit so they're not as rough to the touch and I won't get splinters as I'm kind of transporting them. If you have never sanded anything before, I got this pack off of Amazon. I think it was like $20, something like that, and it comes with a variety of different grits. So I like to start with at least I might do I want to do 60? I might start with 60 and then move my way up to about 80, 120, and then, because the higher the grit number, the smoother the surface. So then I'm going to jump up to, I'll do 180. And then it should be a bit smoother. And I also like to wear a mask as I'm sanding, just so I get no sawdust up in my face. But I'm going to quickly sand these pieces. Well, this one is pretty smooth, so I don't really need to do anything with it. It's more just these pieces that I need to sand. I need to wipe these down quickly, and then I want to paint them, but I need to make sure I get, oh, I cut myself somehow. Interesting. That always happens when I'm sanding. Somehow it's just part of the process now at this point. Anyway, I want to mix up the perfect shade of pink to go on these. I still need to figure out, because it is going to say EY Becca. It's going to be my logo on both sides. So I need to do that. But I also have this piece as well, and I'm trying to figure out what to put on this, because I don't want it to be super long. I want it to be short and simple, easy to read, and be like, oh, that's cool. I don't know if I want to do like upcycled or like what, like upcycled sewn items. I have no idea, so I need to think on that still. It took a minute, but I got both of the nails, or the staples rather, out of the back. So I did just kind of sand it down a little bit just to make sure it is 100% flat and there's no bumps and stuff like that. If you really wanted, you could go and add some wood filler here. I'm just going to leave it. Like, it's fine. This is a DIY. Like, sometimes it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, and I don't have wood filler, and I don't want to go to Home Depot for the third time, because I went yesterday and I didn't have nails, so I needed to go and get more nails. And then I also realized after I got back and laid everything out that I should have double checked before I went initially to make sure the bracket was a good size. It was too big, so I had to go back to Home Depot. I just put down a garbage bag just so I don't get paint everywhere. I don't know if I'm going to paint these pieces. I think I might just leave them blank for now, but I do have all of my, or some of my painting supplies, and I did thrift this little paint palette. It is actually adorable, so I figured it is the perfect opportunity to use it today. I'm just using basic Artist Loft paint. It is Artist Level 2. I did finish painting the back of each of the wood pieces without you, and I have let it dry for well over 24 hours. It's probably been like 30 hours at this point. So I also went on to my Cricut, onto the Cricut design space, and you're not going to be able to really see it just because one, it's on white vinyl, but I did print out my logo, and I did also print out 2 different pieces for this piece. I might have to resize them, well, at least the bottom one. I cut out all new pieces so they are the absolute perfect size, and this time I actually measured, which I should have done the first time. I just was lazy. I could, like, you could even realistically just use vinyl on this and then call it a day and then seal it. I don't want to do that. I want to have a nice hand painted look to it with nice crisp lines, so that is why I'm choosing to do it this way. When you go and do the backside, just make sure that it is on the same, it's facing the same way. So I'm just going to use the line of the carpet here, this one, as a guide, and making sure to have the E sorry, it's hard for you to see, but the E right here in between as a guide. Should move more things out of the way, make it easier. Since I have peeled off the transfer tape and both pieces on front and back have vinyl, I'm just making sure there are no air bubbles along the letters and everything's pressed down nicely, which everything is looking good. I did also mix up some more paint. You could use Mod Podge and just quickly go over it, but I want to use the same color, and somehow I color matched it absolutely perfectly. You might not be able to tell, but it is perfect. So I'm just going to go over where all the letters are, and this will just give it a good seal too. Some of these letters are like, some spots are popping up, but that's okay. Worst case scenario, I can always touch it up after. I'm just going to quickly go over the letters here. Just so when I go over it with the white or whatever, I believe I'm probably going to use white. I'm not sure yet. I just want something that's going to kind of stand out. I just want to make sure that whatever color, let's just say I'm planning on using white to paint the letters, I don't want any bleed through. So this does prevent it. I forgot to mention, but I ended up returning the other bigger 8-inch L bracket for, I believe this is a 5-inch. So that works so much better. I am just going to quickly put the L. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the L bracket on first or put the magnets on first. That's always a decision. These are the magnets I got. There are bigger packs and ones that have a stronger weight on them as well on Amazon. I just got these. These ones will work perfect because they do come in a pack of it's 6 here. They work very well. So I'm just going to space them pretty evenly. And they also come with little screws as well. I did think the screws were, don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose that. I did think that the screws were going to be a little bigger, but that's okay. I got my handy dandy drill that I purchased for myself a while ago, back for when I was doing furniture flipping, and I also have all of my bits. Somehow, I don't know, I think my past self, because I had put a little pencil in there, so beautiful. Now I just need to find the right size. I'm hoping one of these will fit. 2 down, 4 more to go. All of the magnets have been added, so I am going to add the L bracket. You could either add it to the top like that or like this. I'm gonna add it like this so it kind of sticks out a little bit more. My L bracket, it didn't come with screws, so I am just going to use these ones. I just need 6 screws in total. It was just cheaper, and I didn't see any smaller boxes, so this works. I decided to add the top part of the bracket first. Then I'm just gonna make a little mark so I know where the bracket stops. I'm also going to peel some of the label off because it was blocking a little bit of the hole. I'm gonna go back and tighten it even more afterwards. Just wanted to initially get it in. Now I have the part that will magnetize to my 10. I can also add zip ties or use pieces of Velcro too, but I just have to add my pieces here so then I can be able to hang the sign, which it is starting to come together. I can start to see the finalized vision. I am so excited. Okay, so now that these are fully dry, I just kind of let them dry overnight. Honestly, even if you leave them for like 10-20 minutes, that should be fine. I am going to use basic white to go over the letters. You could do whatever color your logo is, or if you have multiple colors, you can do multiple colors. Just gonna put out a little bit. I might have to do a couple coats, so that is a-okay. I'm just gonna use the same brush I have been using. I just need to be careful for some spots like down here at the bottom. It's kind of too close to the edge. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Just do one thinner coat and then go back over in a minute. I'll do the exact same thing on this piece. And then once this front side has dried, I'll go back over and do it on the back side for both pieces. Keep in mind, you also don't have to make your sign double-sided. I just think it is great for, depending on where, for my outdoor markets, when customers are walking up and down in between the booths, they can easily, quickly identify what my product is, and especially for repeat customers, or if I have someone like new. Well, I actually, funny enough, I do have someone who is coming to this weekend's market to come pick up a custom item. So now it's kind of easy, and I can, one, tell them my booth number, but also be like, yeah, just look for the cute sign. So that's also another great option too. Honestly, whatever I can like DIY myself, I'll do it. It saves a lot. Then you get very versatile in your skills. Like, I know how to do, I may not be the most knowledgeable, but I definitely know a decent little amount about woodworking compared to, I feel like, some other girls out there. And that's the thing, you just have to start somewhere, and people are definitely willing to help you out and show you, especially like at Home Depot and stuff. Like every time I've gone to Home Depot, funny enough, I'll always have someone ask me, "Oh, what are you making?" Or like they're very helpful, they're very kind, like I've never had an issue in that sense. Especially like there's a lot of like dads who work there, or just like older gentlemen or whatever. So they're very willing to help people. I mean, that is their whole job too, but it's nice to see when people are actually willing to sit with you for a second and be like, oh, this is how you do this, and like they fully describe it, and like they fully like tell you every step and give you like notes or tips and tricks or whatever to help you improve for the next time, or if you've never done it before. So I like that. It's nice when people are also excited with you, and they're excited that you're excited to try something new too. So don't be afraid to try something new, make your own new thing. Make something you've never made before, because honestly, that's what got me into sewing. If I never originally started watching all those videos on TikTok and YouTube and watching other creators, then I wouldn't have pushed myself to try sewing, and I wouldn't be here filming this video and going to markets this summer. And even if I never applied in the first place to my first market, like I wouldn't be here making the sign for these markets. So like sometimes you just got to push yourself and be scared for that little bit, and then once you do it, you're like, wow, I did that. I made that. Or like to look back, and it's just absolutely such a great feeling. So I'm gonna sit and let these dry. I'm gonna quickly set up my tent outside. I need to try to do that before my market. I want to make sure I can do that by myself. So I'm gonna do that while these dry, and then I will come back, paint the rest, and we can get to pulling off the vinyl, sealing them, and yeah, there's won't be too much left besides adding the pieces to the sign here, which getting down to the last couple steps, and I am so excited. I can't wait to see the final look of this. My camera is gonna die, so I do need to charge it, but I am gonna quickly take off the vinyl, and as I do it, I just make sure to go slow. I might have to do a couple small touch-ups, but that is okay. And I like to have my little handy dandy, it's from Cricut, but it's just like, makes it easier to weed the vinyl. I just want to quickly show you before my camera dies. It's at 4%, but I do have to fix this side. But I am absolutely obsessed. The side, I had to do another quick coat on a couple spots, so I still need to let this dry and then weed it out, and then it will be fine. Potentially do touch-ups on this, maybe not, mainly on that one. But I am absolutely obsessed. Like, oh, that is so cute. Like, and it's like the perfect, I love it. I love it. I cannot wait to see the full final look, but I do have to do a couple small things. And there is a little bit of paint overhang, so I'm gonna quickly sand that down a little bit and then do some small touch-ups. Yeah, and obviously weed that, but it is coming along and it is turning out better than I ever could have imagined. I am so excited to see the final result. I just noticed I have pink paint on my mic. I don't know if you can fully see it, but it is literally like right there. You probably can't even see it. I did touch up the couple little spots. It works. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And like if I do want to go and make another piece, I can always go back to Michael's, grab another piece, paint match this, and honestly, I was also thinking about it last night. Like, if I decide I no longer want to have this sign in, or I want to change them out to different ones, or even add more, I can always do that. So that is a great option. But I am going to quickly Mod Podge it. I know there is outdoor Mod Podge. You could also use polyurethane as well, which is typically what I would normally use. Unfortunately, I don't have any, and I do not want to be spending $30 or whatever dollars per little thing. So I am just opting to use my Mod Podge. I am going to use, I might just do 2 coats on it, to be honest. I'll see how 1 coat is. I'm probably going to do 2. This is what I typically use when I'm making my little wood hand-painted animal ornaments, and I typically don't use gloss. It's typically like matte, or the one in between where it's like half glossy, half matte. Like, I forget what that one's called, but yeah, this is all I have at the moment. I know I have another big jug, but no idea where it is. Absolutely no idea where it is. And I'm not going to spend the next however long digging through all my art drawers trying to find it. So I'm just going to opt and use this. And I didn't have to do too many touch-ups on the sign, which is still, oh my god, like that is so cute. So I'm just going to hopefully open this. It's been a hot minute since I opened this, so I'm sorry. There we go. Sometimes the glue gets stuck up on the rim. It still smells like Mod Podge. Hasn't changed. I should have got a smaller brush. Whatever. Let's be chaotic here. I mean, I typically always am, but let's do a little dollop. I am opting for the same brush. It works. Once this side has dried, I am going to go over and obviously do the back side as well. And once both sides have fully dried, I will go over and do another coat, making sure to get all of the sides as well. Just make sure to also let it fully dry before you go and add a second coat. Whether you're using Mod Podge or polyurethane or like a spray, whatever you're planning on using, just make sure you fully let it dry before you add a second coat. I have just finished adding the second coat of Mod Podge. I'm just kind of waiting for the last little bits to dry. I have also been using my little handy dandy hand fan to kind of speed up the process a little bit, which does make it a little bit easier. I normally would leave it outside, kind of not like directly in the sun, but enough so it's like dries it faster. But there is a massive birch tree, and if you literally look at it the wrong way, a piece will fall. Like, it doesn't matter, like, stuff falls out of it all the time, so I can't really, like, leave stuff unintended, like, especially, like, painted items, because I know, like, stuff will inevitably fall on it, which, it sucks. But I did want to mention, when you do initially add your, like, paint color, your pink or whatever for your background, I chose bristle brush mainly because I wanted to have a little bit more texture to the wood, especially because like this side here has like the wood texture, but the other side was particle board, so I did want to have a little bit of texture on the particle board side so it was very uniform and cohesive. If you do not like the look of like the bristles and stuff like that, I understand. Like, you can kind of see the bristle marks, which I personally enjoy. But if you don't enjoy that, you can always opt and use a roller instead. So that is an option, but I just wanted to let you know that anyways. They are pretty much fully dry, and as you can see, it has a nice little sheen to it, which I do like it. It's not like yeah, it's good. I like it. So all that is left, I just have to wait for the last little bit of this to dry. I have my medium screw eyes, like eyelet, whatever you want to call them, eyelet hooks. So I got these. And I also got, these are, I believe they're called like twist and lock, something like that. So pretty much you could use, there's a variety of different ways you can use to attach your sign. But this, it has little indents all the way around. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's very similar to a screw. And the other side looks like that, and then you have this little piece in the middle that can move. So all I am doing is going to be pushing this up and bending it over so I can twist, and it will lock it in place. You can always get bigger ones, and to be honest, I probably should have gotten bigger ones. I didn't realize how small these ones were, and that is my mistake, but that's okay. They will still do the job. So how I have pretty much measured it, I obviously can't drill into this guy here, so I did it a touch over, and I just kind of honestly eyeballed it, and I did place this kind of roughly where I want it to sit. You might have to honestly play around with it a little bit. Oh, that almost could have been bad. I am opting to drill pilot holes into each of the pieces because as I started to do, like, just drill them in, like screw them in by hand, the wood was starting to split a little bit, which I do not like. I do not want that to happen. So in that case, I am just going to quickly drill them into each of the pieces. So I'll do that and then come back in a second. I don't have my tripod, so you're on a chair. And I do not want to go get my tripod. I did have to pivot slightly for the bottom piece. I had to drill 2 holes because it was splitting, even with the pilot holes, which I kind of had a feeling was going to happen, so I just opted to do 2 screw holes. I'll show you up close shortly, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I am doing for. So for these, as I already showed you, so you're pretty much just twisting them into a loop. And I have also opted to do 2. I should have gotten longer ones for these, but that's okay. You can just double them up. These are the 2-inch twist, and I think they're like, yeah, twist and lock, something like that. So what I am doing is I am looping the side with the little, where you screw in on one side, making sure to go through this. So I'll do it a little bit slower for you. So I am looping under and then also going through this one. But if you are choosing just to do one, then you would ignore that and just go right up to the other eyelet. And all I am doing is just going and screwing the 2 pieces together, and then twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting until it is covered. After looking at it, I am going to remove one of these because it looks fine without it. I am all finished with the sign. Like, I can literally go and stick it to the fridge. It looks so cute. That's one side, and then the other side with my pile of tools down there. Hi, Yoshi. Yeah. I am absolutely obsessed with it, and these magnets are pretty good. Like, if I really want, I could go and add another one, but like, I'm hitting this good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming along and making this adorable new sign for markets with me. It was definitely a DIY, trust the process. And so, here, let me put this down so I can truly talk to you for a second. Normally, when I do DIYs or just like arts and crafts in general, I always have like a set vision in my mind, and most of the time it doesn't like turn out to how I originally envisioned it. Sometimes it does, and when that does happen, I'm like, praise the art gods, because what? But yeah, and I didn't really have a set vision in mind. I was just kind of going with the flow with this. So I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. If you do have any questions, or you're like, what did she use? How did she do that? Where did she get that? I will let you know everything that I used in the description below. But if you do have any other questions where you're like, what? Just drop them in the comments below. I will definitely try to get to them when they pop up. But I cannot believe I now have one of those adorable signs that I see all the time online and occasionally at markets. Like, I already have a flag banner and everything else, so that is definitely another thing where I can be like, I made that. So that is absolutely amazing. I definitely have to calculate everything for like material costs and everything like that to see in general how much it cost me to make it, which I believe was under like $40. I don't think it was anything outrageous. Plus, I still have a lot more of the wood that I used. So this wood, it was more, what cost the most was these pieces, which I know you can also find them, because I got them at Michael's, but you can also find them at Walmart, on Amazon. I think even some hardware stores have it, such as like Home Depot, Rona Plus, whatever. But yeah, so there's a variety of other places where I'm sure you can find other wood pieces, or you could obviously get it cut professionally by another wood maker, or if you know someone who does wood making and you're like, hey, can you cut this size out for me? The only thing I think I would change for next time is to get a different sized piece for the bottom. Like, I do love the look of this. It is just a bit too small, or like thin rather, because as you can see, I did have to do drill holes as opposed to the little hooks, which is fine. So I did have to make a small little pivot, but that is a-okay. So I'm so excited. I will show you it on my booth. But yeah, thank you so much for coming along and watching this amazing sign making tutorial. If you do end up making one for your own, I would love to see yours. Don't forget to tag me, whether it's on Instagram or whatever. I would definitely love to see your final sign if you do make one. If not, I'm glad you came and enjoyed for vibes and watching how to make another DIY how-to video. If you are local to Durham region, Ontario, Canada, and you were wanting to come out and come to see me at my local markets, I do post my full market schedule on my Instagram, which is pinned to the top of my page. It is EY Becca, so I do post pretty much everything on there, but I will have it linked in the description below, as well as my Etsy page. So if you do want to shop and you can't make it out to markets, you can definitely go over and take a gander over on my Etsy page as well. I do try to update it as much as possible, but if there is something where you're like, I love that, but like she hasn't posted it on her page yet, feel free to message me. Feel free to message me. I do make custom things as well, so that is an option. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.